Welcome to another Project Rebirth review. Today we're going to look at the Night Ops Justice League Batman figure from Mattel. Here's a look at the front of the box. Taking a look at the back of the box, we see a image of this Batman figure, what's referred to as the Night Ops Batman, sliding on a zip line through a mountain, painted mountain scene. Seems somewhat reminiscent of the opening scenes of the Justice League trailer, where Bruce Wayne is going to look for Aquaman, but I don't know where this scene is supposed to be, or even if it will be reflected in the movie. But we see him sliding across on a zip line, and there's language underneath the figure that says "with zipline gear," repeated in multiple languages. On the right side of the back of the box, we see a promotion for 3 different figures, one being Superman, also Battle Ready Wonder Woman, and Electro Strike Flash. Taking a look at the front of the box again, we can see 2 plastic pieces with suction cups on it, which is essentially the zip line, and that this figure has tactical night vision goggles on its face. Alright, let's take a look at the figure out of the box. Here's the figure out of the box, and it does come with the zip line. It's tied up at the moment with the 2 suction cords, as well as the part that will be the handle that he hangs on the zip line. These are all in the shape of essentially the shape of a bat, and there's 2 prongs on this that does attach this towards the figure's back, and the night goggles are removable. Here you can see that the length of the zip cord is not very long at all. The way this works is there is a notch on here, and you just hook the string through that notch, and he will slide ideally in between the 2 cords. So to get the zip cord to work, you put the middle part that attaches to his back in his hand, and there is a notch in there in which the figure then can slide through. Alright, let's take a quick 360 look at this figure. As we can see, here's an image of the figure with its night vision goggles on. What's interesting about this figure is the chest piece looks more like a tactical vest. There is no cape on this figure. The figure's paint is somewhat translucent, almost see-through, which would be bizarre for Batman since he wouldn't have those features, but it is something to note. But overall, a pretty cool looking figure. And we can take a look in a minute the figure 360 without the headgear on. The figure's zipline apparatus can attach to his back as almost a glider wing, or just a mechanism for carrying this zipline that does make the figure maybe appear a little bit more menacing. And let me know in the comments what you think about this version of the figure. Do you hope that there would be a scene with the Batman in almost like a more tactical looking uniform with night vision goggles? And what you think about the look of this figure, or your thoughts about the upcoming Justice League movie. So in a second here, we will try to test out the zip line. Here's the zip line in action. for comparison, here's the figure next to the technical armor Batman from the Collect and Connect for Steppenwolf. So in conclusion, I think this figure is a little bit better than average. Overall, just okay. I'll start off with the positives. I do like the look of this figure. I like that it looks kind of cool and intimidating with the night vision goggles. I also like the fact that those goggles are removable for a more traditional look for the figure. I like that this figure has a somewhat military look, almost like with a tactical vest. Looks like could be like a military style or bulletproof vest that has the Batman emblem. I think that's pretty cool. And I do like the fact that the figure does not have a cape, sort of a different look for Batman. What I don't like, the posability of the figure is poor. The zip line with the suction cup anchor ends is a joke. I can attach to perhaps a window pane, but not much else, not a wall, not even a polished table ledge. So overall, I think if this was to be given to a young child, they would become easily frustrated with the failure of the zip line to work properly. And for an adult, they don't need this accessory. It's really pretty silly. A lot of these figures in the $10 line will come with, like sometimes something that'll shoot a dart or a suction cup or that kind of thing. That's really quite a waste, and in my mind is like a throwaway accessory, where it would be better if they spent the money that they put into that silly accessory into finer detail on the figure itself, or a cool weapon such as some kind of like tactical machine gun or other kinds of weapons, or a grappling hook. That kind of thing would be much cooler. But perhaps they're thinking about the moms that might be buying the figure for their kid, and that they might be attracted to the accessories. But overall, it's quite silly. But bottom line, this figure is okay. It's from the upcoming Justice League movie, which should be pretty awesome. I don't know if there will be a scene where he has night vision goggles or anything like that, but it's kind of fun to envision it, and it reminds me of seeing the action figures for the nightmare scene from Batman vs. Superman, and wondering how that was going to fit into the overall movie. So this figure has some cool potential, and overall a decent purchase, but take it for what it is. Thanks for watching. So in conclusion, my final thoughts on this figure are that it's pretty much just okay. It's kind of cool looking. Things I do like about it is the fact that these night vision goggles can come off.